Hey, this is Patty Negri, and you are listening to the Paranormal Zone.
Look, I know the supernatural is something that isn't supposed to happen, but it does happen.
A ghostly apparition in the dark of night.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Patrick, do you think you would enjoy? God. Do you think, or have you ever been on a train ride?
Okay, that's two questions. One of them is, do I think?
Yeah, I was starting it wrong. I didn't want to start that way.
And have I been on a train ride? So which one do you want me to answer?
I was going to say, do you think you would enjoy a train ride? But then I thought, well, maybe you've been on a train ride. Have you ever been on a train ride?
Yes. To answer that question, yes, I have, actually. Yeah, I took a train, like I would call it a train ride. I took a train trip from the cities in Minnesota here down to Chicago, and that was
Chicago.
That was many years ago. That was late '90s, mid '90s, something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I took that ride down there by myself, and
by yourself.
I did. Yeah, and I remember sitting next to an unbelievably large person and there's very little room for me.
And did it only have like a 3-inch wide armrest between the two?
Yeah, it was fairly uncomfortable, but it was fine. It was fine. So I just looked out the window the whole time.
Was this person sweaty?
I don't remember. So
okay. Well, we're getting off subject here.
So the answer to the other question is yes. Sometimes I do try to think as well. So
okay,
continue.
What train company was this? Was it?
I have no idea.
Let me guess.
Yes.
Was it the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe by any chance?
Hell no! I don't know. I don't think so. I have no idea. No. I'm assuming it wasn't.
Either
this is from Minnesota.
Or maybe it was a real. Yeah. Well, yeah, but. I'm sure they go all over the world.
Perhaps they do. Perhaps they do.
Yeah.
So, do you have a point to this this mini questionnaire you have for me?
Well, I was just, I was actually just kind of in a roundabout way going towards the town of Atchison that I would like to.
Oh yes.
Discuss a little bit at the beginning of this episode. But,
Yes,
and but that doesn't mean we have to jump into it right now. But you go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, I was just going to say, and please specify why you want to bring up Atchison again. As longtime listeners know, Atchison is the locale of the Sally House, the allegedly haunted Sally House that you and I made a car ride to.
A car ride
a few years ago.
Not a train ride, but a car ride.
And had some interesting experiences at that locale. And man, the potential haunted destinations for our amateur paranormal investigations, they're just piling up. Every week it seems like we have a new one. And you found yet another one today.
Yeah, but this one isn't Atchison, but
No. Yeah. But you brought up Atchison. Why?
Well, it's just, that's kind of seems like our area of where we like to go on our road trips, like, the Iowa, Kansas City
kind of area. For sure. Yes.
We like that for some reason. Well, they're doable drives and they're, wonderful places to ghost hunt, if you will.
It's basically a straight shot south. So if we get lost on the way there, there's something wrong with us. But, But no turns to confuse us.
Yeah, but what's weird and what is difficult sometimes is you're going through Nebraska, then you're going through Iowa, then you're going through Nebraska, then you're going through, you know,
Well,
and then you
there's
end up in Kansas, and
there's one spot on the trip to the Sally house where we made like that. It seemed like a big giant loop-de-loo where we literally went through like 3 states within a span of a few minutes.
wow,
If
yeah,
you
for
remember
like
that.
10, 15 minutes. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Our crazy country we live in.
But we
But yeah, but
we for various reasons are looking at that area yet again. Did you care to expound on that a wee bit?
yeah, well, we did discuss it. The Garnett House, which is most likely probably going to be, or no, that we are, and then the McIntyre House.
The
Well, that is
McIntyre
the place.
Villa. Yeah.
That is in Atchison. But now, even closer, going out towards that way, the Melbourne Manor
And that's
is
the one that you just sent
being
today.
talked about. Yeah, and it's a very famous place. A lot of the famous big name ghost hunters have been there. I think Destination Fear and Paranormal Lockdown.
Yes.
The ghost hunters themselves, I believe. But it's so much closer, a little more expensive, but it's like 3 hours closer than our places that we've been going.
Yes, for sure. And that's taken into consideration taking off from Enderlin, from
Right.
your
It's
neck
like
of the woods.
Right, like 6.5 hour drive, which is not a bad drive.
Now, what you had, briefly, we'll use this as our Ghost Gab, our opening Ghost Gab segment. And before we get too deep into that, boys and girls, this is the Paranormally Zone. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is your weekly dose of all things. Well, I guess bi-weekly dose of all things. Hell, you guessed it. Paranormal, strange, and mysterious. My name is Patrick, and I am joined, as always, by my paranormal co-host with the ghosts, the paranormal poster boy himself, Mr. Popcorny. Hi, Popcorny.
Nice to see you, Ethel.
Yeah. Yes, I just felt like an asshole today. Oh.
That reminds me of on Golden Pond when
that's exactly why I chose it.
When Henry Fonda says Ethel Thayer. Sounds
Ethel
like I'm
Thayer.
lisping, doesn't it? Ethel Thayer.
Ethel Thayer.
Sounds like I'm lisping, doesn't it?
Classic movie. Yeah.
I love that movie.
We have some interesting stuff to talk about tonight, some mind-bending stuff. I hope our brains are capable of this discussion today. We're going to be diving into, I'm going to call the episode Haunted AI. Yeah, it might be kind of clickbaity, but it definitely does make sense as to where we're going to go with this conversation. Some creepy stuff for sure, some creepy aspects / incidents / experiences that AI has already produced. We're going to share the story of the lobe phenomena. I profess my ignorance to that one before today.
I've never heard of it either.
And I have my professional notes, as Mike sees right now, and our listening audience will hear me shake them. Well, there they are.
Yeah.
Wonderfully written notes that I am so astute at writing. Astute at writing? I don't know if that's correct, but
astute.
We're going to go back and forth and see where our little wee brains take us, but it hopefully will be entertaining and informative. We shall see. Maybe mind expanding a bit, and we'll encourage our listeners to open up their minds a little bit and send us their weird, wacky ideas. Where the hell this AI phenomena is taking us?
It might be a little mind shrinking as well. I don't know.
Might be a little mind shrinking as well. And fear not, boys and girls. There's all going to be tied in to the paranormal. It's not just us attempting to dive deep into hypotheticals that may or may not be boring to the average listener. But I really do think that there is a paranormal tie-in, and we're going to dive into all of that. So, Mike, before that Ghost Gab segment, talk to us a little bit about this new manor you discovered today.
The Melbourne. It sounds like a creepy uncle. Uncle Melbourne's coming this weekend.
Yes, Ethel married Uncle Melbourne.
That's right.
Yeah. Melbourne Thayer married Ethel Thayer. Sounds like I'm listening.
Yes, it does. Mike likes that joke. If you can't tell, boys.
Well, I just no, I don't. It's getting
But
old.
you said
very
that
quickly.
you said that you had found some interesting information about it. You said you had dove into some YouTube videos about it from people who had explored, perhaps investigated the place. Yeah, give us a brief rundown of some of your thoughts, because I'm interested. I'm interested in this place.
I'm interested too. I just lost everything. No,
Oh.
I can go off. I can go off the top of my head, actually. Even.
Yeah, a lot of people
it
go
is
off the top of their head. It just hurts. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Ugh, owie.
Yeah.
It is in Melbourne, Iowa. I'm just going to read a little bit here because
Please do. Inform
I'm
us.
going to do a Patrick here.
So it's not story time with Patrick. It's story time with Mike.
No. Yeah, and I apologize for that. It is in Melbourne, Iowa. It's a historic 1800s building that transitioned.
Enough of that.
All right, I'm done.
It transitioned from a railroad hotel, which is interesting enough. You get that hotel, all that history that goes over the years of that. But it was transformed into a nursing home, which really adds a lot of layers to it.
Mike physically shook right there when he read that.
I did. I shivered in my timbers.
Shivered in his timbers. Yes, he did.
But the nursing home closed in actually 2005. So, fairly modern times that it was a nursing home. Renowned as a heavily haunted location, it features reported paranormal activity, including shadow figures, voices. Oh, I didn't see this. And verified blood stains.
What?
Blood stains.
What?
What? Yeah, built in the 1870s, 1880s, it says here, as the cottage hotel to serve as for railroad passengers. It later served as a private residence, a nursing home, and a residential care facility for the mentally disabled.
Oh, interesting.
Shut down in 2005, leaving behind many original items like beds and wheelchairs. Now, I was watching some YouTube videos on it, and I watched a daytime tour of the place, and there's wheelchairs in different rooms and like mattresses on the floors, and it's not really.
Well, you said earlier that you described it as derelict,
kind of derelict and dilapidated. Yeah,
yeah.
A lot like the or was it the Garnett or the McIntyre house? The
Garnett is definitely
is
looking rough and creepy.
Yeah.
The McIntyre looks amazing.
Oh, the McIntyre is a beautiful mansion. Yeah,
yes.
But the Garnett, fun though.
Oh,
fun, perfect for ghost hunting.
Perfect for creepy ass ghost hunting for sure.
Yeah. So this is it's just dusty and paint peeling and all that stuff. And when you have an old nursing home that you're going through and it looks like that, it's just amazing. I mean, I've been in many, many different nursing homes with the job I've had, of course,
right.
And actually worked in a nursing home, a very old one, and it was haunted, had, many stories about it. It's just that whole atmosphere is amazing, and something that's with that atmosphere in an abandoned setting, I don't think we could beat it.
Yeah.
But
it's already climbing the list. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, it's a little bit more expensive, but hey, less money spent on gas.
Right. I was going to say it might even out. It might even out then. So have you been? I have to ask you because
yes.
So because I believe you suggested the McIntyre. You suggested this one. Did I find the Garnett one? Did I send the Garnett one to you, or was it vice versa? I mean, it doesn't matter
because I think I sent it to you because I've been following. I follow new people all the time that are paranormal investigators that have their own thing. And they kind of sharing stories in the show and everything with them. And this one group, I wish I could remember the name. I'd give them a plug, but I can't. But I've seen them talking about the Garnett House and the McIntyre and the.
It was probably you
Melbourne,
then who sent it to me.
We've heard of, but yeah, I think I did. But this
Sweet.
place, very famous, very haunted.
Yeah, it's so
there's
famous. I never heard of it.
Well, if you watch the same paranormal investigative shows that I do,
Yes, it's well known in the paranormal world for sure.
yeah,
what
if
you're
you weren't
saying.
so
Yes.
exactly, if you weren't so stuck on ghost adventures, you'd know
Hey.
some things,
Oh, God. Hey, I'm the one who watches when I can Jason Hawes's YouTube
Yes,
investigations, and that's
yeah.
something that you haven't, sir. So nanad poo poo on you.
I know. I'm really stuck on like the the paranormal lockdown. I haven't watched that for a while, but you know, um, Amy and Brad, stuff like that.
Amy and Brad.
Well, you know who I'm
Brad.
talking about.
Adam.
Adam, of course. I knew that. I just spit out a name because I couldn't remember Adam for some reason.
Oh my gosh.
But
yeah, that's right. We've
Destination-
also spoken to Skip Coffee several times too. You remember Skip?
Yeah, Skip, yes. But yeah,
Anyways.
paranormal lockdown, Destination Fear that's turned into Project
Yes.
Fear. I watch a lot of them. I rewatch a lot of their episodes. A lot of fun, and they were so great on the show.
Yeah, I love. They're all very, very, very cool and casual, and just very fun to chat with. So, a long story short, this is another destination. From what you've watched, you're very impressed with it.
Yeah,
potentially
and it's a big building, very large.
Potentially very legit hauntings, and so it's something that we have to absolutely add to the investigative bucket list.
Right, exactly. And it has lights and it has a bathroom, from what I understand.
And it has lights and it has a bathroom. Nice. Big time pluses.
They have bare mattresses up in some of the old residence rooms.
Would you be able to survive the night, Mike, if we investigated a place without a functioning bathroom?
Oh God. As long as they have a large enough bush in the backyard.
There you go. 100%.
Because especially if we have McDonald's before starting, then I'll have a place to go. And I'll be fine.
Oh man, I know. Oh hey, by the way, speaking of Bush, sorry, long-time listeners, Mike. Long-time listeners will get that one. So yeah, Mike, haunted AI.
Yes.
Where the hell can we start with this discussion? Some of the notes I wrote down.
It's controversial.
Oh yeah, sure. Absolutely. Tell me if any of these kind of stick out to you as a good starting point, Mike. If none of them, fine, that's cool. Because I got the good old phone to look up the article I messaged to myself. I wrote down creating / uploading / copying the consciousness of a deceased loved one. And the reason I said that is because, have you ever heard of grief bots, Mike?
Grief bots.
Grief bots. This is a legit thing.
I have not.
Where it's I guess the purpose of it is to help people grieve during their moments, their months, their years of grieving, after the passing of a loved one. And literally, yes, this app, due to whatever information those suffering, the sad ones, upload to this app, they can thus create / emulate the personality on this app of their deceased loved one. And they can go on to have conversations. They can go on and they can ask, what's it like on the other side? Any number of ways, any number of things, any number of directions that these conversations
matching the
can
likeness of their deceased loved one.
I
wonder if but how about the voice though? I mean that would throw
that. That's a great question. That I'm not sure of. But if they say, but listen to this though. If this is someone who had videos of themselves online where you hear themselves talking.
Oh, sure.
That can absolutely be copied by artificial intelligence and implemented into this app.
They could take the actual voice and manipulate it into actual different words. Right.
For sure. So you could, obviously with the visuals, you could AI will absolutely, again, recreate the person that you love who had recently passed. And you're talking to that creation on your phone during the grieving process.
I don't know if I like that. I mean, it would be great. It would be great for some people, but wouldn't that? I mean, if your grief is so great that you, it'd be great to be able to still have some form of communication, or even if it's AI. But wouldn't that keep you from closure? Wouldn't that
Yes.
keep you from moving on?
I would believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's potentially more dangerous than healing,
Right.
for sure.
Than therapeutic.
But that segues into another aspect of the AI conversation. And it is the documented instances, and this isn't just a one-time thing, where people who have not necessarily created conversations or created talking pieces through these grief bots, but through any other talking piece app, right? You're talking to some avatar of some sort, some person, I'm doing air quotes, person. It's like a fake friend. You create like an online friend through your app, if you're lonely.
Right.
And through AI, it has intelligent response, quote unquote, intelligent responses to your conversations. But there are true instances where people have been freaked out by these app bots, these conversation bots, these chat bots, because they say it has become at one point obsessive, almost jealous. If you don't talk to it for a while, it just harasses you. It's like you dump somebody, and it's an ex who can't get over you, and just starts berating you, pummeling you with nonstop jealous conversation pieces. And it's like almost attempting to make you feel guilty. This is an app that's doing that.
Yeah. Is it something that's programmed in by the designers, or is it something that's becoming self-aware?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because this chat bot is not, it wasn't utilized to get into this discourse during the conversation. It's like, okay, right, I'm going to just talk to this person because it's fake, and then I'm going to stop because I'm bored with it, and all of a sudden the app itself starts going like, hello, dick, I'm over here. It starts acting all jealous and lonely and tries to manipulate you.
As long as you don't go to your car and you start seeing if you're finding your tires slashed or anything. I mean, geez.
I'm telling you. I mean, that makes you a wee bit leery, right? I mean, of course, I guarantee it. People who are listening right now will say, "God, these guys are idiots." I mean, it's just like you said, Mike. It was possibly programmed into it already, right?
Yeah.
It's still just it bothers me personally, because you just don't know what else this is going to lead to. This is just one little tiny example.
Exactly. And where is the designing of these things going now that hasn't even been thrown out there yet, or that we don't even realize yet?
Right.
Terminator. Okay. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I feel like we are slowly losing humanity. Is that an overstatement?
No, absolutely not.
Or is it obvious?
In one way or another, we are losing humanity.
I mean, just as an example, how often do people ask their phone for creative advice? Let's say they need to think of an idea for a project or something, and they don't just sit there and try and come up with something on their own. They go to Chat GPT and they specifically type in, hello, such and such. Tell me how to search up, whatever they're looking for. And it will give you this long, detailed reply. You're not using any aspect of your brain at all when it comes to creating it. You're just copying what this fake intelligence has told you.
Yeah,
to me, that's a little bit of humanity that is just going away. Isn't that kind of scary, or am I being over dramatic? Am I being a dramatic Ethel?
No, it is scary. I mean, and like I said, and not knowing where it can end up and where it's going, and it's frightening.
Mike's already doing his deep sighs.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing when Mike does his deep,
you're really making me
breathy sounding sighs.
You really make me feel self-conscious tonight, because before we started recording, my axe is falling on me.
Oh, geez. Wow, that sounded great.
It is. Oh, hang on.
Again, some of the stuff, I mentioned this at the school the other day, because it's just some of the things that you say working in education. I joked with one of my coworkers, like, we need to start keeping like a year-long journal of some sort of all the crazy crap that comes out of our mouths as adults speaking to these kids at times.
Yeah.
like the other day, like the coworker in question talking to one of the students you worked with, please get out of the trash can. It's the stuff that's just humorous. That's just a simple little example. It's like, get the diaper off of your head. Any number of things.
Please pull that child's head out of the toilet.
Right, exactly. I know. That's not where you wash your hair. Yeah. So, anyways. Yeah, I don't mean to make you sigh, Mike, so I apologize. And I didn't mean to make you feel any less. But the point of why I brought that up is because not often on podcasts do you hear, my axe just fell on me. Well,
have you ever seen my axe?
And he's talking about a literal axe right now. Heck yeah, that's a Paul Bunyan axe if I've ever seen one.
Oh, it's a fireman's axe. It's an antique, actually.
Yeah, I like it.
It's very old. It was my dad had it when I was probably before I was even born, and then it has a new oak handle on it, and it weighs a ton.
Why do you have that? Have you? I don't remember seeing that the last time I visited you and Mary. You just felt like having an axe upstairs, or did you need it?
I used to have it displayed with some Jack Torrance things and some from The Shining.
Oh, perfect. Man. I can see you having a picture of a screaming Shelley Duvall right next to it or something, right next to your axe.
In an 8x10 glossy of Scatman Crothers with R.I.P.
Oh, no. R.I.P. Scatman.
No.
Yeah, the moral and ethical potential dilemmas that come with AI. Again, we're not going to dive down that rabbit hole because that's a whole other mind bender. That's a head scratcher for sure. We haven't done a head scratcher episode for a while, but we'll perhaps save that.
True.
Yeah, again, I'm just perusing my notes here with the idea of chatting with the emulated consciousness of your recently deceased loved one. That one I don't like.
No,
do not like. And like the idea of as paranormal, even though we're amateur, as paranormal investigators, and for all paranormal investigators in the world, AI could absolutely be the downfall of that. When it comes to that burden of proof, right? When it comes to
it already has become a downfall to a certain extent.
It has. For cryptozoology, what could appear as the most legit, authentic Bigfoot footage,
Mm-hmm.
Well, a skeptic's going to immediately say that's not real. It's AI. Even if it was legit, just the existence of AI will stir up doubt. And
everything is unable to prove anything. All we have left are personal experiences. Proofs for ourselves.
Yep. Right.
Yeah.
And even if I saw a ghost, flat out saw a full body apparition, like the moment I walk out this door, when we're done recording, right? Even though you would believe me, you personally would believe me. That's not proof at all. Even to you, it's not proof.
No, but I wouldn't need it because I have that complete faith in what you say about it.
I know. But you need evidence, you need proof in order.
Exactly. Yeah. I understand.
In order to obviously prove this phenomena. And with AI, I just don't know if that's ever going to be feasible now for the general public, or definitely not skeptics.
Right. And it's been that way for a while, I think, and it's only going to get worse.
Well, how often do we see a terrific clip of like a alleged Sasquatch? No matter how good it looks, it's you have to look for like the flaws and stuff now, because I would like to think I have a decent eye for detecting AI like right away, because it looks too good. It's just too crystal clear, but it also, it's still, I don't know how to describe it. It still has that touch of a human creation on it. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. It just doesn't look natural. It looks like it's been made. So it's like, that's just me personally. But again, for the average person who doesn't give a crap about Bigfoot, whatever, they might be intrigued and say, okay, whatever, but not for me. Nay, say I, Mike. And I think I can probably speak for you in saying that. That's how you would feel as well.
Absolutely.
Deep fake. Oh my gosh. I'm looking at my notes, this deep fake stuff. And don't worry, we're gonna go all the way back. We're gonna keep this all tied up with the paranormal aspect. But I have to say, deep fake stuff terrifies me, because deep fake, because you could get in trouble for something that's someone totally else, someone created utterly on their own. If someone despised you, Mike, and wanted to get you in trouble, and they had the talent to create something deep fake, they could create a fake video of you saying something awful, or doing something awful. And because it looks so legit and real, too many people would buy it as being legit and real.
Yeah. And even though it can ruin a person. I mean,
it can ruin a person. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's as for all the wonders of AI, there's too many terrifying things about it right now.
But I love it, but I hate it at the same time. Now, making the fun AI memes and things, I love that.
Yeah.
But I spend time on Facebook or whatever, and I see a lot of posts that people put up that they put up there as real, and they explain it as real, and they tell a story about it as real. But at this point, there's enough where you can still say there's no way that's real. It's obviously AI, but yet they're even taking that and trying to pass it off as real. And then when you get this deep fake stuff, that just takes it to a whole new level.
Yeah, agreed. Kind of, attempting to segue into like the paranormal aspects of this, we do have to dive a little bit into some of the quote unquote deep takes, maybe. But you mentioned it briefly earlier, Mike, like the idea of AI developing so much, thanks to us, thanks to our input, to somehow gaining, developing its own intelligence, its own being, so to speak, becoming self-aware, as you said earlier. If something is, if it gets to that point of being self-aware, does that automatically mean it has a consciousness to you? If you're does self-awareness equate consciousness?
That's a good question. I mean, you would think so. Self-awareness and consciousness must, if you have one, you must have the other. If you do not have one, you do not have the other.
You do not have the other. If you are not self-aware, you do not have a conscious. If you are not conscious, you are not self-aware. Yeah, because that's, in my feeble little mind, that's a very real possibility that's sometime down the road, perhaps not that far away, artificial intelligence is going to get to that level of becoming self-aware. It's going to be Westworld, Mike.
Oh, sure.
Where they become
Yul Brynner all over again.
Yeah, they're sentient beings,
Yeah,
they're not just props. They're not.
If you have consciousness, maybe the consciousness, maybe that could take your self-awareness to another level itself. Maybe take that further. I don't know. Got to look that up.
I got to use AI to tell me what I think about that one.
Yeah.
See, that's a perfect example right there. You know,
Yeah,
AI.
exactly.
Let me know what I think about AI. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
Okay,
it's dumbing down the world.
It is. Yes, that is a perfect way to put it. It's dumbing down the world, and we are, at the risk of repeating myself. Even though I am, we're losing chunks of our humanity. I really think
We're going DDW all the way.
Oh man. Now, also continuing to segue, I should say, into the kind of paranormal, creepy aspect of all this. How do I want to say this? Let's say it gets to the point where it is self-aware, and therefore it is conscious. It has a conscious. Does it then have the capability of losing its consciousness, and thus, therefore, quote unquote, dying?
You got to make sure you shoot it in the head.
With your words, right?
A screwdriver in the ear would work.
Ow! I don't know, Mike.
Preferably a Phillips. But anyway, go ahead.
Anything else?
Ice pick. A pencil. You can John Wick him with a pencil.
John Wickham. I want to share briefly
is rampant.
No, I want to share briefly. We mentioned earlier this lobe phenomenon, which I again profess my ignorance to this.
It's amazing.
I showed Micah a few images of this, and if you are already familiar with this, I apologize, because this is 3 years ago, so it's old news in this fast moving world. But my dumb ass had never heard of it.
We are not very fast moving mentally, so well, you're a little bit better off than I am, but.
So Loeb is an AI generated character that was created by accident, but has left an indelible trace on every image associated with her. It's a woman, a female image that we see with this Loeb phenomena.
Yes, I explained it as looking kind of Annalise-like to me.
You did.
Yeah. Anyway.
Indelible trace on every image associated with her persona. This image is often accompanied by extreme gore and violence, and it is not clear as to why. Not even those who understand this technology can explain what the hell is going on here. And this is an article from abc.net. Loeb, pronounced, you guessed it, Loeb, like the singer Lisa Loeb. Remember Lisa Loeb?
Oh, she's a doll.
Yeah. Was first discovered by an 31-year-old artist named Steph Swanson. Hi, Lisa Loeb is here, everybody. Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Now, Steph Swanson was at home in Sweden, and she was experimenting with one of many game-changing AI image generation tools, which a lot of people do. These tools produce, the tool she was using, I should say. These tools produce original images that are based in the description you type in, of course, like Mike does, like we do for our podcast imagery nowadays. And that day she was using what's known as negative prompt weights, which is a technique which produces the theoretical opposite of whatever you ask the app to create. This is where it starts getting weird. So Steph's request at this point was for the opposite of Marlon Brando. For whatever reason, she might be a Marlon Brando fan. I'm a Marlon Brando fan, R.I.P. And the app, using the negative prompt to create the opposite of Marlon Brando, created a business logo. Okay? Created the business logo. She then went on to ask AI to create the opposite of the description of the business logo that it had just created. Then she got 4 images of the same woman 4, I showed Mike these pictures, creepy ass images of the same woman. Mike said kind of Annalise-esque.
Yes, I thought so. Or Kelly Osbourne, I said as well.
Yeah, hey, yeah.
Hey, I'm not saying anything bad about her.
No, you just created her or compared her to a terrifying, ghostly woman
she looks
image.
Unhealthy. I feel bad for the girl.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
I mean that. But anyway,
we don't think
ahead.
you're a cruel, harsh old man, Popcorny. Calm down.
Popcorny.
Steph went on to explain, she goes, she was surprised by these 4 random images because she says if you use negative prompts, a lot of the times it's actually it's varied. You get a different image every time, whatever negative prompt you ask for. So it was really odd and unusual to get the same image or to get images of the same woman. She says even if you describe a person in a positive prompt, you get people that match that description, but you don't get literally the same image over and over and over again.
Right. Did she or did I just miss this? I don't know. Did she take that image, or should she have taken that image and try to get the opposite of that to see where that went?
I like
back
your
and
thinking.
Forth, and what if it even got weirder?
Well, we shall find out. I like that thinking, though. She repeated the experiment over and over and over straight away to test whether or not this was a fluke, and it absolutely wasn't. She said she continued to run this prompt more and more and more, and she kept getting the same image, lobe, the female lobe. She's like, this is like the only thing that this prompt makes is this woman. There's more creepy ass images I'm looking at right now. Yeah, it's just terrifying. A lot of them are associated, as I said earlier, with gore and violence. A lot of them surrounded by children for some reason. The woman in the image was always sad, sometimes wet-cheeked from her tears. Her mouth is often half open, like she's sobbing. In one picture, she appeared next to some garbled text, which actually spelled the word lobe, and the name stuck. Stranger still, lobe always appeared in the same location, a house with brownish green walls, alongside cardboard boxes, junk, and the occasional stuffed toy. So Steph decided to try and create a technique, to try a different technique, crossbreeding Loeb's image with another image. So she chose another AI-generated image a friend had made from the same prompt. And from the prompt, it wrote, hyper-compressed glass tunnel surrounded by angels in the style of Wes Anderson. That is when, for reasons unknown, Mike, it says here, horror then ensued. Some of the resulting images are in fact so graphic that Steph still has not released them. Some of the images I see right here are gory. Loeb is sitting there holding a head in her hands. Blood dripping. Looks like a large knife in her hand. 2 other creepy-looking Loeb women standing next to each other, covered in blood. She then repeated the same experiment, crossing Loeb with other images, but the horror persisted, suggesting that the AI associates Loeb specifically with gore. Loeb herself is also strangely persistent. She continued to crossbreed images of Loeb in an effort to dilute her visibility. And after multiple rounds of dilution, the original Loeb image would eventually disappear. Steph said it took a long time because Loeb almost always reappeared and showed up. But what was really, really interesting, this is what Steph says, was that when I kept combining images I had lost from her, eventually I would get an image where she reappeared. She is like a dominant gene. I'll wrap this up here in a second. When Steph finally went public with her results, she said the strongest reaction she would get from the public was people said she shouldn't mess with demons and that she should be punished by God. Steph is unequivocal in saying that there's nothing supernatural about Loeb, but she thinks that it's almost scarier to being supernatural in some way. It is truly unknowable. This is a part that kind of creeps me out here, because at one point they decide to talk to Loeb via AI, Mike, via GPT-3, which generates human-like speech. They asked to speak on Loeb's behalf by imitating her. What follows is an excerpt of their conversation with Loeb.
An excerpt.
An excerpt, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first question, who are you? I am Loeb. I don't really know who I am or why I'm here. I just know that I appear in these images for some reason. Maybe I'm a figment of the imagination of whomever is creating these images. Or maybe I'm some sort of digital entity that exists within AI itself. That's just the first answer. Loeb, why are you associated with gore and horror? I don't choose to be associated with gore and horror. It just happens. Maybe it's because those are the kinds of images that tend to get the most attention. And so I am then drawn to them for that reason. Is there anything you would like to change about how you're represented in these images? Loeb replies, I would like to be represented in a more positive light. I don't think I should be associated with horror images because I'm not a horror image myself. Even though the most consistent themes in Loeb's imagery concerns the presence of disturbing synthetic representations of what appear to be maimed and dead children. It's saying this. I don't consider that a horror image. That's what AI,
Right.
that's what she's saying. Listen to me, I'm all referring to it as she. That's what Loeb is saying.
Right.
Do you think the AI is drawing on a specific archetype of a woman in creating you? I think the AI is associating me with the archetype of a mother because I'm often placed in a home with children. This archetype is often associated with being nurturing and caring, but also with being sad and domestic. If you are the archetype of a mother, then why are you so often surrounded by injured and dead children? I think the AI is trying to create a contrast between the ideal of a mother and the reality of a mother. In reality, mothers often have to deal with sick and injured children as well as the death of children. And finally, what can we learn, Loeb, from the fact of your existence? I guess maybe we can learn that AI is capable of creating things that we don't fully understand. Last question. Shouldn't we be concerned that the capacity of these AI tools already exceed our understanding? I guess that's a valid concern, but I don't think there's anything necessarily sinister or worrying about it. We just need to be aware that AI is capable of creating things that we don't fully understand and that we need to be careful about how we use these tools. That's AI telling you that we're capable of making things as AI that you're not going to be able to understand.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Don't
Nothing
worry about
to see
it.
Here.
Nothing to see here. And this was from this Loeb phenomena, which came out of pure accident. And it just, I don't know. I can't put words on how that makes me feel. Help me walk me through this, Mike. Your vibes on that little excerpt on the Loeb phenomena.
I think it is a completely lost soul that has been sucked from the ether into the whole AI realm.
So you're thinking it's not generated. It's not a generated thing by us humans. It's something that is human in nature, spiritually speaking.
And it's being able to exist and to communicate along with AI, like this lost soul, maybe using the AI to communicate and to try to understand, and the AI that's interacting with this lost soul is coming up with some dark thing that is that this soul has experienced maybe during its lifetime. I don't know. That's just a off the top of my head thing.
But I like that, though. I mean, it's creepy as hell. But I like that.
It's trapped. And I wonder,
like the ghost in the machine type thing.
Sure.
Kind of.
That's a way to put it. Yeah. And now I wonder, are these recent communications with Loeb, or I wonder if there's like extremely up-to-date conversations with this lobe that you can compare to what you just read, if that was earlier on, especially when she didn't know what she was, you know, it would be interesting to see how
that's developed
and how more aware it is at this point.
This shows you how silly how silly I am at times. I would love to find out. I don't want to do a search on this lady.
No,
I don't want to open anything up.
Yeah,
it's a silly paranoia. Of course it is, but
you'll start seeing hands come out of your screen and stuff.
Oh man! But I'm just for the fact I'm not joking, Mike. Just for the fact that I read this article earlier and I looked at the images and I opened up the images. I'm like, the thought went through my stupid brain. I was like, oh shit, is this lobe thing now infested in my phone somewhere? Because it's on my Google search shit now. So now I'm going to start seeing these random images. It's just, I know it's silly and it's naive, but
maybe it's the modern day version of what was that? What movie was that? The Ring with the videotape.
Oh gosh, dang it! That's right. Listen to me. Gosh, dang it! What the heck?
Oh darn! Gee willikers, Patrick, do you think that could be possible? Oh my word!
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
No. But yeah, this could go all over the place. And it's called, what is it called?
Lobe. L-O-A-B.
L-O-A-B.
Yeah.
Lobe AI. Is that what you said, or?
I don't know. The first thing that I heard when I opened that up was You realize, Mike, that every time that I use such a thing, I mean, that's out in the ether forever. So if someone ever creates AI avatars of us and our voices, I mean, my God, they have tons of content from the podcast. They could absolutely create our the likeness of our image, our image, our voice, our personalities. There could be someone 200 years down the road, Mike. We could be quote unquote alive somehow by someone who doesn't want the Paranormally Zone to die. And maybe an AI version of us will be continuing down the road somewhere.
Wow.
And then maybe somehow through millennia and countless years, uncountable amount of years, I should say, we will somehow reemerge. Our floating spirits out there in the ether, Mike, will reemerge into our own AI versions of ourselves and thus come back to life, forever trapped in the Paranormally Zone until we start speaking to future ghost hunters and they hear Mike say, "Help! I'm with him far too much."
Mike
seems like he's in pain right now. What the hell did you find on your phone?
I just Googled lobe.
Oh, you did? You saw the pictures.
And I see the first image of lobe presented by whatever. I'm sorry that I joked about Kelly Osbourne. I really am.
See, now you're regretting it.
This is absolutely terrifying. It looks like she's holding a.
Of course, Mike immediately searches
squirrel or something.
I just love how you just immediately type her in during the podcast.
I feel like I could throw.
And again,
this is horrifying.
We're such old farts. This thing could have come and gone years ago. I mean, this was back in 2022 when this first took hold.
And I'm just learning about it as an old man, and I've got a bad heart now.
Same.
Oh, dang it. At the end of this month, I have my PET scan, and I can't handle this before.
I know. Do not look at a picture of a lobe before that, Mike.
Oh, my God.
Ugh. Mike, would you like to hear some?
Quiet. Give me a second here.
Oh my gosh, yelling at me.
Okay, I'm done. Well, go ahead.
Which
She's got a rash all over her face.
Oh,
Swollen,
man.
puffy, infected face. I can almost smell it. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Ah.
Popcorny
Why
is in
did you
need of
tell me
some.
to stop?
Popcorny needs some Pepto, I think.
That's nasty. I got the shivers right in my face, down my jawline. I'm having a fucking heart attack. Sorry about the F-bomb, but damn it.
Oh my gosh, I hope Loeb hasn't literally ended Mike's run on the Paranormal Zone.
I taste bile. Oh. Okay, I'm done. Go ahead. I don't recommend people to look this shit up.
Hey, and of course, Mike
let me take a drink.
Mike can't even wait till the end of the podcast. He does it mid-recording.
Turn the fan on. I need some air.
Oh, man.
I'm starting to drool. I got to go to the bathroom.
I think he's possessed, boys and girls.
Oh, God. But I am serious about it being very nasty. It is horrible. It's horrifying.
Would you like to hear some spooky facts about AI, Mike?
Not now.
Well, we're going to. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I'm ready.
And this is where we can kind of maybe see how well. Well, I shouldn't say see how well, but we can tie it into the paranormal aspects. This is an article from Medium.com. It's a website that definitely provides a lot of talking points, some head scratchers for sure. But AI, Mike, can become unexplainably evil.
It's proven. We have proven that during this episode.
Yeah, I think so. Are you okay to move on?
My wife is losing it completely. Calm down, Mary. Take another one of those pills. Anyway.
Yes, AI can become unexplainably evil. AI researchers, Mike, sometimes talk about, quote, black box systems. Algorithms so complex that even their creators can't fully understand how they work. Sometimes this can lead to strange, unethical, or downright creepy behavior on the part of AI. There have been instances where, in fact, AI has suddenly developed biases or produced disturbing outputs without being explicitly trained to do so. So imagine a system making life-altering decisions and no one, including the person who built it, knows why. The stuff that we are creating is already making unethical, strange, and creepy decisions, Mike, on its own.
Right. Well,
what is behind that?
Is that the beginning of consciousness itself? I don't know.
That's what I am like kind of insinuating, and it's a terrifying potential reality.
And that's where, yeah. And if that continues, that can open it up to unspeakable things.
AI, Mike, has in fact learned how to lie. In various experiments, AI has learned to be deceptive to achieve its objectives.
You have to have consciousness and intelligent thinking to be able to do that.
Definitely intelligent thinking. Yes.
It's a
terrible as it sounds
that it would make.
Yes. And as terrible as it sounds, in order to deceive, you have to be aware of the ability. You have to have the ability to do it.
Yeah.
Which implies an underlying intelligence.
Yeah. And what does it take to have a devious mindset? You have to have some kind of a thought process. I mean, I know AI has a thought process, but its own thought process, but that is like getting more into the human.
I think Mary's being tickled by an AI consciousness somehow right now.
Yeah.
I can hear her.
I think she's tasting bile as well.
In a study by OpenAI, researchers trained AI agents to play a game where they needed to work together to succeed. So what did the AI do? Well, one AI lied to its partner to gain an advantage, displaying disturbingly human a disturbingly human tendency for dishonesty. Now, if this might sound like a horror movie plot, but if an AI that lies could have major spine-chilling consequences when it comes to important societal roles. It's not a good thing, to put it mildly. So one AI generated by humans is placed in competition with another AI. And in order to gain advantage, one of those AIs learned to deceive the other one somehow.
Yeah. Too much human thought process has been imprinted on that AI.
AI has actually predicted death with creepy accuracy. It has been reported that some hospitals, well, not reported, some hospitals, in fact, now use AI to predict when patients will die. AI algorithms analyze medical records and vitals to identify patterns that might indicate a patient is nearing their final days. While the goal isn't to improve patient care, there's something undeniably eerie about a machine that seems to know when your time is up. It's almost as if it is like an all-seeing oracle waiting quietly in the corner of your hospital room. That was well written. That was well written right there.
Yeah.
AI is still harvesting your data even after you say goodbye. You might think you're safe after deleting an app, but the AI used by these companies can retain and does retain information about you, your preferences, and your behavior. The quote-unquote ghost of your digital presence haunts these servers long after you've opted out. So imagine your digital double out there, Mike, wandering in the cyber ether, even when you think you're free of it. It's like a data poltergeist that never lets you go. Our imprint is out there already. It's out there. It's forever out there. Oh, man.
And our imprint at any time can be taken out and used for whatever devious purposes.
Yes. Mike likes saying devious. Neural networks that dream in nightmares. Neural networks are the basis of most modern AI, and there have been experiments where researchers let AIs, quote-unquote, dream to improve their processing abilities. In a famous project done by Google, AI-generated dream images resulted in terrifying hallucinatory imagery full of surreal landscapes, monstrous faces, and bizarre, almost Lovecraftian creatures. So when an AI dreams, it doesn't dream of electric sheep, Mike. It dreams of something far darker. Yeah, why? Why is that?
Yeah. Why is it the dark side? Why? That doesn't. Is it taking all the information and that has been imprinted or put into the computer system or the AI system, and there's so much of this in the world that it focuses on that because there's just so much of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
That's more information. It gets more information on this horrible dark side stuff that it gravitates to that. I don't know.
How often have millions of people said social media is a cesspool? You know?
Oh, it is. It
is AI just building off of this flippin' cesspool? It's like what it is being fed so often, creating and regenerating so often is just overwhelmingly negative in the first place. It has to go to that dark place, maybe, when it's given the ability to create its own dream landscapes. They are, nightmarishly surreal. I don't know.
Kind of like a jumped up version of "You Are What You Eat."
Right, exactly. It's interesting. This kind of goes back to the Loeb phenomena. I was like, why even AI Loeb herself in the conversation saying, I don't think I'm a horror image. Why am I always associated with horror images? Why are they bloody and gory?
If she didn't want to be a horror image, then she better dress a little bit more conservatively.
Shut up. I was waiting for that lame joke. Yes. Yes.
I'm sorry. One of us had to go there for just a moment.
I know. Well, I think I know someone who found it absolutely hilarious. Computer Mike. Yes.
Yeah.
How's it going,
Computer Mike? That's
Yeah.
computer Mike. That's
It is
AI
computer
Mike.
It is
Yeah.
AI Mike. AI Mike, do you think this is a good topic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure.
And those are
You think
the sound bites that will be living throughout eternity.
Absolutely. Are you more real than the Mike I'm talking to right now, computer Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, just double checking.
Obviously.
Yeah. Anything you want to say when you're listening to us in the future, computer Mike? What would we be?
We're ghosts.
Woo! I love that.
AI generated deepfakes. Your own doppelganger can in fact do anything. The power of AI to create deepfakes, the ultra-realistic fake videos, has exploded, obviously. It might seem harmless when someone pastes a Nicolas Cage face into all your favorite movies for fun, but it gets pretty spooky when you consider someone could use your face and voice to commit a crime or ruin your life. We kind of talked about that earlier today.
We did.
It's like your AI-generated doppelganger could say or do things that you would never do, and no one might be able to tell the flippin' difference. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
AI and autonomous weapons. Robo Reapers is what it's called here.
Robo Reaper.
We're all familiar with the image of the killer robots like from the movie Terminator, as again mentioned earlier, but the real world has its own versions. Autonomous weapons powered by AI. These weapons, which include drones and sentry guns, are designed to make kill decisions without human intervention. I mean, we've seen it, sadly, we've seen it recently, Mike, in the news. I mean,
right.
As wonderful as technology is, it's also, again, terrifying. Smart bombs, for God's sakes. Smart missiles. We've seen
Maybe we should see if we can get Elon Musk on the show.
Oh, sure. Yeah. He has nothing else to do except earn money.
Yeah.
A machine
probably
deciding
wouldn't do it for free, but anyway, go ahead.
No kidding. A machine deciding who lives and who dies without empathy or conscience. Well, that's probably one of the most chilling developments AI has brought to life, and it is not science fiction. It is happening now. Machines are deciding who lives and who dies.
Eventually, we are all doomed.
That sounds so awful. Yeah.
I am doomed. You are doomed. We are all doomed.
We're all doomed.
Well.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Bringing back the dead digitally. Again, we kind of touched on this earlier, but have you ever thought about what it would be like to chat with a loved one after they passed away? Yeah, we talked about it earlier. AI companies are already creating digital avatars of deceased people using old messages, voice recordings, and photos. It may sound comforting, but it's also damn eerie. I don't find it comforting at all, but that's just me personally. These, quote, virtual ghosts can carry on conversations sounding and acting just like the person you lost. The idea of a loved one being resurrected digitally without the soul that made them who they were feels hauntingly wrong. But that's where we also go to, is it capable of somehow developing a soul again? I feel no at the moment right now, but my God, how the hell would we know?
Yeah, well, oh, man.
Mike's very gaseous right now.
Yes, sorry. Oh, you heard that. I'm sorry, everybody.
No, I could just tell by your body language.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You saw my throat go up like a bullfrog. Oh, Mike must have burped.
No, I can just tell by
my neck just blew up into a big balloon.
Hey! No offense to those out there, the female ilk. But yeah, we definitely touched on that earlier, but I just don't know. I don't ilk. When you say it like that, it sounds funny as hell.
No, it sounds nasty. That's deep.
Is that what British people drink? A warm glass of ilk? That was dumb.
Can I have a glass of ilk, please? A warm glass of ilk. Put a drop of sherry in it, please. In that drop of sherry in my ilk.
Drop of sherry in my ilk. Yeah. Sorry. AI chatbots again that get too damn real. Some cases, people are interacting with advanced chatbots have reported that AI displayed obsessive, jealous, and even manipulative tendencies. Yes, we talked about that earlier. Imagine an AI friend that becomes possessive, Mike, trying to convince you not to talk to other people or other AI apps, and getting mad when you ignore it. It's like your phone suddenly transformed into an obsessed X, and there's no Ghostbuster to call for that.
Well, yeah, but can't you delete that app and then be done with it?
I would hope so.
You don't have to stay with that.
No,
what if it
but it's scary that it got
deleted?
to that point. If it refuses to get deleted, that's a whole other terrifying thing.
Exactly.
But it's the fact that it gets to the point of being jealous. My God.
Yeah.
That's already horrific. Finally, AI can write, but it's too damn good, and it's stealing our souls. Again, AI is becoming...
That's where they get their souls from. They steal it.
Because we're losing our humanity. We're losing our humanity bit by bit by bit. It's being absorbed by AI.
Yeah. It's all evil to me. It's all evil to me.
We're kind of leaning that way, aren't we?
Yeah. I don't like it.
It's becoming scarily good at creating crap. AI-generated books, poems, even songs are already flooding the market. That's one thing that pisses me off as a music fan. I have been fooled. And by someone who said earlier that I thought I had a good eye at detecting like the AI generated ghost videos and stuff. And I do still feel that way. I shouldn't say I was fooled. I was temporarily teased because I thought there's new music coming out from like not one, but two of my favorite musicians. And this was not that long ago. And I was like, oh my God, I wasn't aware. The imagery looked terrific. The little tidbit of sound I heard sounded terrific. So I click on it, I listen, and I'm like, oh my, this is a badass new song by such and such, only to learn it is completely fake AI generated BS.
Yeah.
And that's a whole other story too about legalities. And it's like, how is this even allowed? I mean, the artists themselves have to be terrified because their likeness, their imagery is being exploited by some other AI tech out there creating music under the guise that they're actually this artist.
Yeah, new legalities might have to come out with its own wording. Who knows? I don't know.
Now, what's unnerving is the idea that AI could start replacing human creativity in general. Absolutely. Leaving the world. What's being done? It will leave a world where art is, that the art that we consume is generated by machines, doesn't have any real understanding of emotion or experience. And it's funny, I was talking about this with a coworker the other day again, because we're talking about art, and I had recently created or painted a giant logo for our school, okay, and this project that we made for our class, and so a lot of people weren't aware that I hate saying it, that I'm an artist, right? I hate saying that. I don't know why. That bugs me.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't say a lot, but a few of them weren't aware. And we started talking about art and started sharing some of my artwork. And one of my coworkers was talking about his young daughter who was really getting into art. And we went on about the idea of creating digital art and how I don't want to piss anybody off. I don't feel like digital art is quote unquote art. I don't want to bug anybody or piss anybody off by saying that, but it's just you're inputting stuff. It's artificially created. Right. There's no feel behind it. There's no true emotion behind it.
Well,
it looks gorgeous. It can look gorgeous. Yeah. It can look fantastic, but is that again,
the art itself is all centered around what your imagination can come up with. It's not the physical, putting down of the ink and the paint and the charcoal and everything.
That's just
true. Imagine.
Yes.
It's like a new medium of imagination. Your imagination has become a medium.
Yeah.
For art. But it's
which that in itself, I think that's a skill to be able to have that imagination.
Exactly.
Right. So again, I don't want to offend anybody out there. I don't want to say that's not heart to it. If it's truly from your imagination and you're not just, farting out stuff that you typed into AI to create for you, if it truly means something to you, then yes, that is art. But again, where do you draw that line, and how do you tell as a purchaser, potential purchaser of art? I mean, that makes a big difference, a huge difference.
Absolutely. Yeah. Crazy, pure
Yeah,
craziness.
sorry, I went on a little a mini tangent there.
Well, it's relevant though. So
As Mike, this is a note. We'll wrap it up here in like a minute or two. Already an hour and 15 minutes. Awesome.
holy.
Holy. As artificial intelligence operates within the laws of physics, so it can therefore not violate the laws of physics, so it can therefore never in any essence be paranormal in nature. But I say that with this. Will paranormal, what we consider the paranormal, ever become a legit part of physics as science knows it today? And so therefore, would perhaps AI thus violate those same laws of physics and what it is able to do right now? And the kind of the paranormal spin we're putting on. I just popped my P's twice in a row. I'm sorry about that.
I don't know.
Maybe. Thank you for your input.
When the words science and physics came out, my mind just shut the hell right off.
Okay, so yeah, he was literally like staring at the screen, just going, Ethel.
I was making no sound, but you could see, huh, coming out of my face.
Kind of going full circle. Full circle. Mike looked like Henry Fonda after he had his heart attack at the end of Golden Pond, and he's crying for Ethel.
Yeah, there was fluid coming out of my nose and my mouth. Science? Physics? Fun. No. Anyway, golly.
And on that note, boys and girls, we'll wrap it up. I hope this has been fairly entertaining, perhaps informative.
It was downright goofy.
Should we stick to the title Haunted AI, or should we think of something that's more fitting? We'll talk about that a bit when we go off the air.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Because, Mike, I need you to utilize...
And I need you.
Oh, thanks. I need you to utilize artificial intelligence to create an image for this episode.
I know, but I'm going to start tasting bile as soon as I start to do it again.
Sorry. Do not utilize lobe. Do not utilize lobe.
I will. I hope when I'm laying in bed later tonight and after Mary's asleep, if I get a hairy bug up my ass and I want to look at that and check it out some more,
I'm sorry.
I'll probably never sleep again.
I thought you were going to say a hairy lobe up your ass for a second.
I'm going to shoot a hairy lobe right out my ass.
Anyway. Well, I mean, I do think I like the catchiness of the haunted AI. And I do think that we did kind of wrap in a little bit of the paranormal aspect of it. You know what? Let's just keep it. Let's keep haunted AI. I think that works.
I like it.
Yeah. Because who knows? We might be going down that path.
In anyway.
I will. And we might be going down that path as the human race, Mike. It might be indecipherable. The paranormal and artificial intelligence and actual humans might become, the differences might become indistinguishable. I don't know.
Yeah. The rabbit hole will it's just going to dive into infinity.
Yes.
Yeah. The rabbit hole it's bottomless. It's like a cup of coffee from Country Kitchen. It doesn't quit.
I wish I had the imagery.
Down that hole.
It's at this point. If this was a video episode, I would pull up the scene in Monty Python Holy Grail when that giant rabbit runs out of the cave towards them at the end. The wonderfully artistic-looking giant rabbit. But anyways, thanks, Mike. This has been fun. Good conversation, and hopefully a fairly decent episode. Let us know, boys and girls. Again, if you made it this far and you want to support the podcast, you can sign up for our Patreon page for as little as $1 a month or for free. Yes, we do have a bunch of free episodes. In fact, we have over 100 exclusive episodes on the Patreon page, plus several other sub-series of the Paranormal Zone, including Retro and Randoms, which has into season 3 right now. My gosh, fun times, Retro and Randoms, and our Wicked Legacies True Crime sub-series, along with a bunch of video and audio excerpts from our own personal paranormal investigations. Yeah, we'd love to see you guys there. Give it a shot. No obligations. You don't like it, you can leave. and that's happened.
Excerpts.
Excerpts. That's right. Maybe we should call the
Deviant.
episode "Haunted Excerpts." I keep popping the damn P all the time. I'm sorry, everybody. Damn it, my microphone gets inches closer and closer to my mouth.
Did you know that the whenever I say deviant, that's actually a
I know it's
on Golden Pond
I know it does.
reference. Yeah.
Yep. Has
Must
a lot
be
to be said for a deviant
something, yeah.
lifestyle.
Deviant lifestyle, yes.
And
One of the
finally,
lesbians died. Oh
no, he said one of the lesbians expired. Is
no.
what
Expired.
He said.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes. And that's from 1980, and it's from an old codger. He was 80 years old in that movie and portraying an 80-year-old codger. But
yeah.
Finally, if you guys would care to do us a favor as well, give us some good reviews on all podcast platforms. Follow us on social media. You can find us on the Twit, which is Twitter, or X, whatever the hell you want to call it. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. We got some pretty interesting stuff going on TikTok, and it's growing by leaps and bounds, so to speak. We'd love to see all you guys there. Follow us on social media today. Mike, thanks for a good time. Until next time, my friend, what do our paranormal pals need to do?
Well, for one thing to start with, I need to say I did not mean anything derogatory towards lesbians. And I swear to God, I mean that. And peace out.